All right, so here we are at the MTG DeaLS free MOX tournament for a MOX Emerald as the prize, and second place through 8 gets the big goose egg.
Amen. This is Brian Rubel over here, along with Joe
Moreno.
And we're here to give you the coverage. So on the left of your screen, you have Pat. He's playing Painter Servant Grindstone. And why don't you tell him about Caleb on the right there?
He's piloting what it seems like is his most his recent venture, which is like the Weissman, or as he calls it, and it seems like it's like a land with a standstill.
It's like a land go, control everything, take the whole time to win the game kind of deck.
Yeah, grind you out until you get bored to death, pretty much.
Interesting thing about a deck like that is that some people just straight up scoop once they don't have any lands because of Crucible, or they lose all their stuff because of engineered explosives. Yeah,
actually, this deck isn't very common, is what I mean. It's got counterbalance built in, standstill. We have explosives and the singleton humility. This deck can really make it a bad day for decks like Reanimator.
Yeah, it seems like that Enlightened Tutor package could really go a long way.
How do you think it's gonna fare against the Painter?
I don't know. I mean, he's got what is that card in the sideboard?
As I'm reading from this handwritten piece of paper, that's not a deck list.
Yes, mind you guys listening, we don't have straight up DCI deck list. We have a piece of lined paper. So, but I believe
we make do with what we have.
Yeah, I believe in Caleb's sideboard we have Sundial of the Infinite. Now, if I'm unless I'm mistaken, then that should cancel out a Grindstone activation.
Well, I sure hope you're right then.
Yeah, that seems like a pretty good plan for Caleb. Otherwise, it seems like it's a pretty rough matchup.
All right, okay, so they're still shuffling up as Legacy players do.
Oh yeah, every damn shuffling, and then shuffle some more, and then crack a fetch and shuffle. So who do you think's favored here?
Wow,
it's gonna be that tough, huh?
Yeah. Caleb's got a lot of disruption here, and I mean, Pat's gonna be pretty ill-advised to play around. Let's see things. I mean, just having the ability to.
And there's the dice roll.
There's the dice roll.
Cannot quite see who's going first. I'm sure we'll be able to figure that out. Hopefully.
Ooh, already some controversy over the die roll.
That's how we do it over here. Drama all the time.
It is highly relevant.
You know what? I think what they're doing is they're talking about the deck was in the way of the dice roll, so they want to make sure it was completely fair and uninterrupted.
Wow,
yeah,
that's some sportsmanship there.
Got to do it legit. That's the way to go. And we see them drawing their hands. We are getting underway. Caleb opens up his hand.
What do we got? Now we got the humility.
Got a humility and a tundra I can see over there from Caleb.
Yep.
And we're off with the tundra.
He's got a wasteland, standstill.
Oh, starting off fast. Ancient Tomb into a Sensei's top.
No response.
That seems like it's going to get him a lot of action there. Like he's going to be able to see a lot of cards and get good selections from that top. And that's probably going to make it a little bit tougher for Caleb to fight through whatever Pat's going to be doing over there.
What's he got on that grip?
I think I see. Is that an intuition on Pat's side? Oh, and here we see a good view of Caleb's hand. We've got, what is that? Counterbalance, wasteland,
counterbalance,
swords, and he pulls it away. He knows we're talking probably. Huh? Ooh, and the turn 2 counterbalance. That'll make this fun. Usually you see it the other way around, where top and counterbalance are together, not separated. But we like to do
still work, right?
Oh, here we go. Blind flip. Oh, that was Painter Servant, wasn't it?
Correct.
Oh, and hit the blind flip from Caleb. That's pretty sweet.
That's how you do it.
I gotta admit that if you're in Caleb's seat, that's pretty sweet. That's what you want to have happen. Although Pat may not be very happy. Here we see the drama with the life totals. Oh, okay, there we go. We like to keep these players moving and grooving and doing stuff. So
yeah,
they gotta keep their own life totals.
Have to sift through numbers to get that.
Oh, and we see is that a Pyroblast? Or a Red Elemental Blast on the
Oh, well,
counter
it doesn't matter. Oh,
Ooh, Force
a
and a
Force
Force
and
back. Putting both players down a life on that Force. And down 2 cards. He doesn't look like Pat has very many cards left.
no.
Looks like he's only got, what is that, 2?
Yep.
Oh, but it looks like that counterbalance has gone away. Okay, good. He's not at 29. He is at 19.
He's gaining life all of a sudden.
And there it goes. Caleb is not happy about that, I would imagine.
No, not at all.
And into the Standstill. Yep, that is Standstill is an interesting one. Can't cast a spell unless he wants Caleb to draw 3 cards.
Correct. And I mean, eventually he'll just hit things like Mishra's. What, am I getting the right one?
Mishra's Factory,
Workshop.
that's right. Factory
Facts.
is the one that turns into a 2/2 artifact creature, that's right.
Not to be confused with Workshop, which
No.
utterly broken.
That one's kind of banned in this format, so.
Besides that, I guess.
But the good thing is that Pat already has a top in play, so he can choose from those top 3 cards, whereas Caleb is just kind of blind drawing and just hoping to draw into some good stuff. Granted, his deck is kind of set up for that, where he just wants to play land and let his
Grind you
opponent-
out.
Exactly. Grind him out on those Mishra's Factories and Wastelands, and we see land go again. And nothing from
Just a
Caleb.
pass. What did he draw there? Another second swords.
A second Swords. Ooh,
Oh,
he's
those will
gonna
be pretty good against painters.
Mm-hmm.
And Pat, I mean, he has nothing assembled on his side, so I mean,
Oh, we've got another top activation. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. This is gonna be a very interesting match, full of high-packed action.
as you can tell from first
Mhm.
few turns of playing.
And there's back from Caleb again. Oh, he is stuck on 3 lands. That is not a good thing. When that
I see
stands
a second counterbalance.
a second counterbalance. Yeah, when that standstill cracks, and if Caleb draws those 3 cards, then he's going to be wanting a little bit more land than that.
Who would you say is in the driver's seat at the moment?
Well, most people would say Caleb's in the driver's seat, but you know what? Pat's over there making all of his land drops. He's got good card selection from top. Caleb's just kind of sitting over there. And eventually Caleb's going to keep drawing until he has to discard, and that's not going to be where he wants to be. And there's and he discards end steps.
What did he discard? The humility. I guess
that
he
a
figures
humility?
it's not gonna
Mm-hmm. Doesn't
matter
seem
much.
very relevant here.
No. I'll tell you what, it's gonna be good against the show and tell Emrakul plan.
Mm-hmm,
Should Pat decide to bring that in from the board.
That's true. Pat has in his sideboard 3 Emrakul and 3 show and tells, so I'm actually curious to see if he actually goes for it. Because he could not go for it, assuming Caleb is next leveling him. He could next level him, next leveling himself. If that makes any sense at all.
It's a lot of leveling going on.
This isn't Rise of Eldrazi Limited. There's no more level counters.
Of course, I can just play a leveler and get rid of my library. How about that one?
That's right. Oh, yeah, there we go.
Go off.
Yeah, we are better than LSV over here with our puns. Yeah, and we are
I'll
still...
have to take your word for it.
Yeah, you know what? That's one of the good things about this is you get to hear all our fun interaction. And here you go, fetching.
With tops, fetch lines with tops, pretty good.
Mhm. Oh yeah, he gets so much card selection there. I mean, granted, he's pinging himself, and that's just gonna make it easier for Caleb to grind him out. But I don't know if we're gonna get there. You think Caleb's gonna really?
What land
really
did
make it
he?
through there?
Land did Caleb play there?
Caleb looks like a Teleria West. I believe he's got
Oh,
one
just
Teleria West in there, so he can
Straight had to
transmute.
play that, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's gotten to that point.
Yeah. If it is a Teleria West, though, I would imagine he would have wanted to transmute that. And we're still sitting here. I'm sure this is
thinking. Okay, here, how about a question for you? When you brainstorm, how long do you go into the tank?
Oh, that's a good question. You know, I'll answer it with a little anecdote from there's a player on SCG, Drew Levin, and whenever he does a brainstorm or a top, he always has the rule of 4 seconds and then just put it back. And
Oh, okay.
I've been an advocate of that as best I can. I mean, granted, there's some decisions.
So
that
just
you
go on
need
like gut reaction.
Yeah. And we're still off into the standstill war. Back and forth, land go, land go.
Oh, we see Caleb's hand here. Oh, he is ready for those creatures. Double Brainstorm should help out a lot.
I'll bet he's wishing he could cast those right now.
Just stick to the main.
Just stick to the main first.
Okay, just stick to the main.
And then after they do this, then go into.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Then that way it will be a little more fair, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, we'll just be more quiet in general.
We've just been informed that we are a little bit loud, so we're going to be a little bit quieter for you guys, just to make sure the players can't hear us out there.
And if I'm whispering and it sounds weird, tough.
Yeah, Joseph's a whisperer over there.
Yeah, right.
Oh, and there it is. Intuition into a force of will.
Oh, that was bad then. Why did you run right into that?
Yeah. I wonder what Caleb's going to follow this up with. Nothing? Somebody's in the tank over there. Oh, it is Pat. Cracking another fetch. Going to 10 life.
At this point, cracking... Just let him crack 10 more fetches, right?
Oh, yeah. Fetch, crack, take 2. I'm Conley Woods. I mean, it may not seem like a lot, but after all those fetches and Ancient Tombs, Pat's at half the life of Caleb over there. That's going to be a good advantage when it comes to him, when he finally gets those Mistress Factories out there.
Well, that's a good thing for Pat right now. There's no pressure being applied. He's got all day.
True. Oh, yeah, that's true. But I'll bet when he's... when he's getting beaten down, he wished he cracked maybe one less fetch. Let's see how this works.
I did not see what cards he drew off of that.
No, I didn't either. That seemed like a pretty easy decision for him. There you go. Not in the tank too much over there. Oh, and a wasteland. That seems pretty ballsy for Caleb. He's only got 3 land over there.
Right, playing off the Teleria West.
Mm-hmm.
What?
And what is he putting in his graveyard over there? I can't see.
Looks like Caracas.
Oh, that was on his turn, so that was his end step. He just discarded Caracas. And here we see some more action from Pat. Ooh, Painter's Servant. Now, as you guys saw,
we're halfway
Caleb's
there.
Hand,
oh, we got it.
Now, I know you guys can't hear what color was called for Painter's Servant, but I'm pretty sure we can assume that that's going to be blue.
Correct, because it plays off of his Red Elemental Blast, Pyroblast, etc.
Exactly, and plus that'll make it so he can bitch any card in his hand to Force of Will, lands included. And we see a Source of Plowshare. I'm pretty sure this is in response to the Grindstone.
Oh, we see an Altered Force.
Altered. Another Swords. Oh,
yeah.
man.
We've seen Caleb sitting on those for quite a while now.
Oh, yeah. I'll bet Pat's pretty unhappy about that there.
I'll be back to square. Well, not square one, but...
Oof. And there's one of the win conditions for Caleb, being grinded out with Grindstone.
Was that an Elspeth?
No, it was a Mishra's Factory and a Flooded Strand, it looked like.